Dela writes, my MVVs, welcome.
How the Ooni of Ife's wives are, clashing over royal children's recognition. The battle for recognition in the palace is fierce, so it is not be here at all. And you know that this battle began immediately Ebony Bonda picking. Now that wahala starts. Now she bring this thing. Now she bring this thing. In the grand and sacred palace of the Ooni of Ife. Now she start this matter where centuries of Yoruba tradition they take the order of succession and royal recognition. She said her own, she know they do am like that. Now, a storm is really brewing among the Ooni's wives. But when something they grow small like this, people know they take am serious until something bad don't happen. Now, the tension over the recognition of royal children is threatening to spill over into a full-blown palace conflict with rivalries deepening and accusation of favoritism flying. You know that this favoritism thing is, the song that Ebony has been singing for a very, very long time. The latest chapter in this ongoing drama has, of course, seen Ebony reportedly reduced to tears over what she perceived as a humiliation orchestrated by another of the Ooni's wife. They were talking about Dr. Lizzie. Now, when they brought her Adenika, Queen Naomi was there when Ebony now brought her own child. Dr. Lizzie, the way she was going, they said an elder shouted her down. And then Dr. Lizzie again, to save the face of her husband, Dr. Lizzie came out for her. They say Blow came out too for her. And they said it was at the heart of the matter, is a struggle that has plagued royal household for centuries. The battle for power, recognition, and the future of royal offspring. The Council of Elders has now issued a stern warning to, the Ooni of Ife, urging him to take decisive action before the rivalry among the queens lead to irreparable disaster. Now, let's go down history lane. Royal history is replete with instances of queens and concubines battling for their son's place in line to the throne. Okay, across Africa and beyond, the rivalry among royal wives has sometimes led to extreme and dangerous action, with history bearing witness to the sabotage, poisoning and even assassination of firstborn princes by rival queens seeking to secure power for their own children. Let's go back to the Oyo Empire tragedy. In the ancient Oyo kingdom, history records how a powerful queen allegedly plotted the poisoning of the first prince after a prophecy foretold that he would become a mighty ruler. The second queen, fearing her son would be, sidelined, reportedly collided, with palace officials to have the air poisoned under the guise of a royal feast. Let's go back to the Benin Kingdom crisis. In Benin history, there were instances where rival queens manipulated palace chiefs to declare their son as a true heir, while the rightful firstborn were sent into exile or eliminated mysteriously. Now, the Egyptian pharaoh power struggle, even beyond Africa, the story of Queen Taye, the wife of Pharaoh, they thought, revealed the extent to which royal women went to secure the throne for their sons. Some accounts suggest that the mysterious spy of potential heir were orchestrated within the palace walls. Now, given this history, the tension in the Ile-Ife palace is potential ticking time bomb that could have devastating consequences if not addressed. Now, the current conflict in Ooni of Ife's palace, Ebony, versus, I will not want to say Ebony and Naomi because she is the one doing all of that one. Maybe Ebony and Olotik. The struggle for recognition of royal children within the palace, Ooni of Ife Palace, has now reached a boiling point, with the Ooni's Council of Elders issuing great warning. At the center of the storm is Ebony, who reportedly suffered a public humiliation at the hands of, Dr. Lizzie, Ebony, and also Dr. Lizzie Blow and Oletik, an assertive and influential queen who has been accused of using her influence to push her own agenda. That is Ebony. Eyewitness accounts suggest that during a recent palace gathering, where the Ooni was meant to bestow traditional blessing on, his children, Ebony maneuvers ensured that her influence was unmistakably, taken. According to sources within the palace again, Ebony is seen as an ambitious and strategic woman, determined to secure a dominant place for herself and her own lineage. On the other hand, Ebony, is, fighting increasingly, finding herself sidelined in the royal hierarchy. You know why? Because of her behavior. People know the level of desperation. This latest humiliation reportedly left her in tears, igniting sympathy from, her own family members who would not tell her the truth. They are supposed to tell her the truth. They are supposed to make her understand that what she is doing is not okay. Now, they say the Council of Elders, custodian of tradition, has observed this rivalry with growing concern. They have warned Ooni of Ife that if he does not take a firm stand now and clip Ebony's feather, the conflict could escalate into a disastrous power struggle that might jeopardize the future of Tade Nikawu. Now, among the warnings are a potential split within the palace, which could lead to an irreparable fracture in the royal family, unrest among the Yoruba people, as rival factions could emerge, each backing different queens and their children. Thirdly, the possibility of history repeating itself, where ambitious mothers take extreme measures to ensure their children's ascension. Okay. The Yoruba tradition places immense emphasis on hierarchy, respect, and the preservation of royal custom. If the Ooni does not swiftly assert his authority, the struggle for dominance among his Oloris could lead to long-term instability within the palace. The elders insist that the only way forward is for Ooni to, lay down clear rules regarding the recognition and status of royal children, ensure that no queen, regardless of influence, oversteps her bounds, reaffirm the sanctity of tradition over individual ambition, prevent any situation that might lead to manipulation, intrigue, or sabotage within the royal family. It is not a small something, no, Dela right. Now, the fate of the royal lineage depends on Kabiesi's action. As history has shown, when unchecked, rivalry fester among royal, wives, it is often the firstborn sons and ultimately the kingdom that suffers the, dearest consequences. And so Kabiesi has been warned. I'm going to bring you more updates. Do not forget that these are all alleged, rumored, unverified information making the rounds on social media and should not be seen as fact.